Hi, sir. This is Harshita Agarwal here from Placement Committee. And
Hi.
sir, we find it pleasure in having you on board for sparing your time and being with us. So, sir, thank you so much for that. Prajita.
It's my pleasure as well. Thank you.
Okay. So, you are an NLP practitioner. So, how did that essentially help you with your career journey? I mean, what was the before and after picture, if you have to put it in words?
So NLP is basically the neuro linguistic programming, and how it is helpful in the HR as such is NLP is all about human, right? When it comes to the human, one should know how a human operating system works, and NLP gives that insights to various aspect of how one should behave, how one should react to the human machine. And human are the most complex element in the entire universe. NLP help us to make it little simplify. And since I am a master certified NLP practitioner, I use this technique while meeting with the people, while creating that great level of rapport with the people, and that is really working amazingly fine. Before I was not having the NLP knowledge, and after I have the NLP knowledge, people see a huge amount of difference in my own approach, own as a personality. So NLP bring lots of age to a HR profession. It helps you to understand the human operating system very well, and the most important thing is this NLP helps you and the opposite person to perform better. And I always a big believer of high performance driver, and I think NLP is all about high
Or
performance.
when you started off with your journey, so if you have to give one advice to you when you were starting off with your journey, then anything which you believe that you should have known or anything which you should have done.
Okay, I think the very lately I understand how to build up a rapport with the people. I think that should have been there with me at the age, say, when I started my career in the age of 20. Now I am 36, so I started my career in 2004. That time, I was not so much aware about the rapport techniques. I was not so much aware about the some of the anchoring techniques which I learn now in the NLP. If I could have know how to build up a rapport, how to really copy body postures, how to mirror the people, how to shadow the people, I think I could have been done a wonder, which is something now, right now I'm observing it that was missing at that time when I was started. So yeah, I mean that's something which is amazing thing, which I should have done it, but unfortunately I didn't have that knowledge. So but nevertheless now I am practicing it and people are getting huge benefit out of it, and over and above people, I myself see a big difference when I interact with the people.
Right, sir. I believe people's management is the most integral as well as the most complex domains of management.
You cannot manage the people. That is what I learn.
Right.
If somebody is saying I am managing the people, then in my perspective, that person is probably not understanding the people, because
Right.
people element is such an element which is so complex. You cannot predict what Harshita will project or Harshita will behave, or you cannot predict what Aparajita will do in the next moment. It's all about your intuition. In that moment, how you deal with the people is something which is important. So if somebody is saying, I'm managing the 100 people, people are managing by themselves. People is such a machine which is managed by themselves. We just need to monitor it. We just need to observe it and then see their escalation, see their spikes. And that is something which I learn over the period of time.
That's great, sir.
So, sir, basically, we've all known that COVID pandemic has affected almost every industry and sector. And the aero engine market was also being severely hit. So, like, how has the aero engine manufacturers been impacted? If you can, sir, shed some light on that.
Widely impacted, I must say. because as you see for last almost 1.5 years, you don't see the planes are flying, right? To the extent which earlier it was. Since the planes are not flying, no movement of people, no new orders in the engine community, and when the planes are not flying, that means there is no service at all for the engines. And most of the margin for any big corporates is always come from the service. When we sell the engine, probably the company may earn around 4 to 5% margin. But when it comes to service, there is always a huge margin, and most of the revenue comes from the service. So because of the pandemic, there are no new much orders. There are very less flying number of hours. So the drop in the service is obviously affecting the revenue, and there is a good amount of loss as a company. And then that's why the Rolls-Royce as such is going through a various transformation. So we have made so much changes in our org structure. We have made so much changes in our policies so that we can somehow cope up with this change and the transformation journey. And in last 1.5 years down the time, I think we are managing it so far, and we are very hopeful and curious this time that in 2021, second half will be a like a game-changing uh, time for us. So all is the hope is there, and we already prepared for it.
Uh, so furthermore, in 2021, there were articles on, Rolls-Royce business jet engine going green. So, sir, what do you have to say on developing cleaner energy aero engines?
So we are now moving from the uh, uh, mechanical engine manufacturing company to the electrical engine manufacturing company. And when it comes to the electrification, is obviously the green energy comes into the picture. In the some part of the world, we already tested our engines, which works on the electrical energy. It is in the sample and the pilot phase, and Rolls-Royce is committed to the environment. We are also committed to have a zero carbon footprint across the world, and we are moving towards that direction. It is a costly affair. It is not the simple and very low cost affair. But however, we don't mind to invest a cost on the R&D and do for the environment, and we are committed towards it. So definitely, very soon you will find the brand new electrical engine from the Rolls-Royce family.
That's great, sir. Sir, anything like, if you have already talked about electrification, so anything that you would like to talk on the road ahead of Rolls-Royce in terms of digitalization?
Oh yes, we are facing uh, uh, technological challenges, and the Rolls-Royce is ahead of time. Rolls-Royce is a excellent example of a technology, and we always believe that there is always a room for the improvement. In the organization like Rolls-Royce, we always promote the culture. We promote the failure culture in the organization. Do you mean by failure culture? We ask people to come forward, do the things which has never done in the past in the organization, and we encourage such people to do and come forward. We do lots of funding towards it. And so in the whole process where everywhere is the AI system, artificial intelligence, digitalization, it is very much present in Rolls-Royce for last almost 10, 15 years. Because the aero engines are the most complex engines in the world, and we are manufacturing it. We have all the tools and techniques. However, the the new technology which is required for the electrification, the new technology which is required for become a zero carbon footprint, we are investing a lot on the digitalization, and we already set up the digital hub as such in the organization, where we are recruiting people, we are recruiting a talent across the world, and we are very much sure that we very soon we will become the pioneer in the digital journey.
So I just have one last question to you. So basically, again, my question eventually boils down to advice only. So any advice which you would like to give us, the young student managers who would want to start off their career journey in the same sector?
Uh, I think again, today's generation giving advice is something which is very little thing which I can do, because the generation current is too ahead. I mean, they are ahead of everything. However, I can only tell from my experience, and I can share my experience what you can do better, because you are anyway doing good things around you. Only I can advise what you can do better is be agile. Whatever circumstance
Yes, sir.
comes in front of you, you have to be agile there. So that is the first piece of uh, lesson which I think one should have it. Be bold. So extremely important that if something is really not happening as per your wish, have a courage to stand up and say this is not right. Don't get into the comfort zone. So as soon as you become a bold doesn't mean that you need to speak loud. Bold means you have to stand up for everything which you feel is right. So be bold and be collaborative. That is what I see IABC. So one is A for agile, B for bold, C for collaborative. Unless and until if you feel that you are a Superman, then only you can do a wonder. But we are not Superman. We are the people who really wants to make a difference. And a person really wants to make a difference. You need a support. That support has to come from the people,
Absolutely.
and that is where the collaboration is extremely important. So, and the last is whatever you do, make it simple for the people, because sometimes what happened, we get into in such a journey where we wanted to make the things complex. But the today's world is all about simplicity. The more you make the simple things, more people come to you and approach. More people will follow you. So be agile, be bold, be collaborative, and be simple. Is what I feel. You can consider to become a better person.
Sir, thank you so much for your grateful insights. I hope our student managers would definitely invite those in their journey ahead.
Exactly, sir.
Absolutely, sure.
It was great interacting with you, sir.
Same here. I am also really enjoy this small interaction, and I wish you all the best. I
Thank you
see
so much, sir.
Thank
two
you.
passionate souls talking to me. I think I'm sure you all will make great things in life.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Great. Thanks.